What is going on, guys? Snickle here, and today I have another trophy talk for you. This is going to be for the week of March 21st, 2021. And I have to say that it's been kind of a successful week. I've played a few games that I didn't really plan on playing. I've made some progress through some things, and we're going to be playing some very interesting games coming up. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow me over on Twitch. I am trying to stream over there 3 days a week and do this kind of consistent schedule thing. And also, if you haven't already, go subscribe to the Rogue Hunters YouTube channel, where we are doing a weekly podcast every single Wednesday or Thursday, one of those 2 days, and we may start to incorporate some other videos over there. So if you want to have any other trophy content, or you want to have some background noise in either one of those, you can follow both of those things, and you can get your weekly, daily, whatever, trying to make it daily content, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, it's been quite a successful week, so let's get to it. Starting off, I did start a little bit of a long grind on the PS3, but it's actually going pretty good so far, that being Grid Autosport this week. So I didn't really know too much about the game getting into it. Once I got into it, and I've been doing it now for about a week, it's pretty straightforward to me. It's just going to come down to really doing it, I guess you could say, which is, easier said than done. But it's just taking time. I'm about a fifth of the way through the game, and I've been doing it for about a week. So I'm anticipating this to take me probably another month or more. So we'll just wait to see what happens. It also depends how much I'm actually playing the game, because I feel like I didn't actually play it this much or that much last week. But basically what you have to do is you have to get to level 10 for each of the disciplines, because there's different like race disciplines in the game. So you're going to have to get to level 10 with each of those disciplines. You're also going to have to max a car out to level 99 and win 100 races, which I did both of those I did all of this last week, I guess. But the big trophy to work for, the other thing that you'll have to do is you will have to get a platinum medal in a RaceNet challenge, which I would advise to do sooner rather than later, because RaceNet is similar to DirtNet, because this game's made by Codemasters, so it could go down at any moment. But the big thing to work for in this game is I've stopped counting, which is to reach a total online level of 250, all disciplines combined. So basically, when you level up in the disciplines, you level up your total level, and you need your total level to reach level 250. Now, if you do some math, there's 5 disciplines, right? You have touring, endurance, open wheel, tuner, and street. You have 5 disciplines. You need to reach level 250. The easiest way to get there would to just take 250 divided by 5. You get 50. So that basically means you need to work to level 50 in each of the disciplines. So that's what I'm doing. The easiest thing to do from a trophy standpoint, or I guess the way to get all the trophies the fastest, which would be to reach level 10 in each of the disciplines and then grind out to level 50 and finish off that I stopped counting trophy. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to get to level 50 for each discipline individually. So right now I'm working on the touring car, which I actually have the game running because I was doing it before I did the trophy talk. But I am currently discipline level 42 out of 50. I probably get a discipline level at the higher levels. I probably get a discipline level every 10 or 15 minutes, I would say. Nah, it's probably a little bit longer than that. It's probably like 20 to 30 minutes. So it takes a little bit of time. I believe you need 1 million XP to get to discipline level 50. So you need a minimum of 5 million XP to get to level 250. I do plan on doing a multiplayer guide for Grid Autosport and Grid 2 and the Grid 2019 reboot, if that has online. I haven't really checked that yet. So I'm going to try to do all those. I'm going to try to keep up on doing those multiplayer guides for you guys, because I've seen that you guys have really been enjoying them. But it's been quite a grind, and it's getting done. I'm getting through it, and this is just what I wanted to do, because I want to get some of these poopy PS3 games done. I do have an announcement to make. Well, not really an announcement. I'm sure everyone knows about it, but a discussion to talk about at the end of this video. So we will get to that at the end. So anyway, Grid Autosport. It's getting there. Sorry, I'm just pulling something up. Up next, we have well, it's on here, but I haven't earned any trophies yet. That's mainly because I haven't done the game yet, but it is Watch Dogs, and you'll tell that it's actually Watch Dogs on the PS3. I was asked by Gribman if he wanted to do Watch Dogs on the PS3, and I told him yes. So I downloaded the game, I downloaded the DLC, and I'm kind of waiting there. I didn't realize that that's actually an ultra rare platinum, but when I get done the multiplayer, I did the multiplayer for this back on the PS4. I'm not exactly sure how to do it. So when I do this on the when I do this multiplayer with Gribman on the PS3, I will be recording some gameplay and noting what I have to do in order to get that done. And I will be doing that, and I'll be making a multiplayer guide for that. But I haven't done anything. We're planning on doing that tomorrow, so hopefully I'll have that done by tomorrow. Then up next we have Beach Buggy Racing. Now this game has a big backstory. So to start it all off, I don't even know where to start. To start it all off, I got this game back in 2016, I believe, 2016. And I got it because there was a sale on Vector Unit's games at the moment. This game is developed and published by Vector Unit. And Vector Unit also made the Riptide GP game, or games, I should say. So I bought Riptide GP 2 and I played it, and then I was like, well, I have Beach Buggy Racing. This is at the time when I wasn't really buying too many games digitally, so they were really like the newest games that I bought. So I was like, okay, I'll play Riptide GP 2, and then I'll play Beach Buggy Racing. And then I played Beach Buggy Racing, and I was playing through, and I was like, this is just like, this is poo-poo. And then I realized that there was like a stupid trophy for driving so many kilometers, so I was like, yeah, screw that. So then like a few years ago, like a year or two ago, I ended up looking through some forum posts. I had some people tell me, you know, like if you're going to do Beach Buggy Racing, do it on the EU version because, you know, the distance trophy is like broken over there. I think it's not broken. I think that the EU version actually tracks it correctly. So if you go down here, it's a Trans-Siberian Railway, and it's to drive 9,289 kilometers. And I'm sure on the North American version, it's 9,289 miles, and on here, it's 9,289 kilometers. If you do some math there's a huge difference. So anyway, I got the EU version, and I grinded out that trophy, which you can basically AFK it. You don't really have to do anything. You can just start a race. You can basically, like, hold down a button or, like, rubber band R2, start a race, an elimination race, and then just get eliminated, and then start it over and get eliminated and start it over and get eliminated, and just keep doing that over and over again. And you'll also earn coins as well. But anyway, I did that, and then I also worked towards the 5 1,000 horsepower championships because you need a decent amount of money to do that as well. So I basically grinded out the miles and the 1,000 horsepower championships on the EU version of the game. I had beaten all of this stuff on the NA version, all of these like tournaments and everything. So once I was done the grinding stuff, I went back to the NA version to finish it up, and I was grinding out all this stuff and some random things, and then I realized the game actually has a trophy, it has the trophies in the game, so you can see how much progress you make, which is actually kind of nice. Probably the only good thing about the game. And in that checklist of things, I didn't have the 2 1,000 horsepower trophies unlocked, but I had everything else that I had grinded for in the EU version on the NA version list. So I was a little confused, but I was like, hey, we're going to do a little experiment here and see what happens. So I did an experiment. I ended up finishing the game up. I ended up getting the platinum, so the game didn't break. But yeah, what I had to do was I essentially had to clean up getting a few of these things done, the smashing and, you know, whatever, smashing a few Easter egg things, then a few random trophies, and finish it up. The reason I stopped playing back in 2020 was because of the trophy thing, but then I was kind of like, let's just do it and see what happens. Like, let's just do a little experiment and see what happens. And I did the experiment and got the platinum, so that's cool. That's done. Coincidentally, I kind of did do that because of Beach Buggy Racing 2, but I probably won't play Beach Buggy Racing 2 anytime soon until it goes on sale, because I believe it's like 20 bucks. I'm not paying 20 bucks to play that game, so yeah. It is what it is. But Beach Buggy Racing is finally done. I could finally stop talking about this game. I have to make a video and move on from it. It's phenomenal. And then next up, not lastly, because I'm going to talk about something else that I've kind of been working on this week, but next up we have Enemy Front, which finally we have finished. I'm so glad we finished this. I plan on making a multiplayer guide for this game this week, but it's finally over. This game was started back in 2018 for like a second, and then we went back to it in 2020, and then late 2020 to finish things up, and then we finally grinded through getting that sergeant rank or first sergeant rank, and it's finally over. And I'm just so glad it's done. It's crazy, man. When you finish boosts like that, like this isn't a game that even has like a crazy boost, but when you finish games that you've just been working on for so long, it's just such a satisfying feeling. It's kind of why I like doing big boosts, because or grindy boosts, because it's not the going through, it's not the process. Like the process can suck, obviously, but like that feeling after you get it done is just like, it's just something that is it's not even comparable to anything else. So yeah, that's Enemy Front done. Who knows when I'll do the single player, but you know, that's done, and that's cool. And then the other game that I want to talk about, which I haven't earned a trophy since December, is CarX Drift Racing Online. This is the last game that I want to talk about that I have been working on this week. And I've mainly been working on this because all I have to do is AFK. I do need to do a few things and actually play the game, but for the most part, I just need to AFK and just drift around in a circle to gain XP to reach the maximum level in the game. So that is what I'm working on right now. I am working on getting the maximum level in the game. So basically, I'm playing Grid Autosport on my PS3, or PS3s, I should say, and then I'm letting CarX Drift Racing kind of do its thing in the corner and drift around in a circle and get that done. So once I get to around max level is level 30. So once I get to level 29 or mid-level 29 or something, because it's a shit ton of XP to get from level 25 to 30. I think it's getting to level 25 is like a third of the XP that you need to get from 25 to 30. 25 to 30 has the other 2/3. So I believe I am going to get into level 27, which is really good. But once I get into like mid-level 29, I'm probably going to stop AFK and start working towards the 1000 multiplayer races. And not really towards the, I mean, I am going to work towards the races, right? But I'm mainly going to work towards getting these other trophies done, actually get back to playing the game a little bit, work towards these other trophies, and then I'll AFK out to get to level 30, and then I'll finish off with the 1000 races. But I'm hoping to get this game done in the next few weeks. It really just depends on how long the leveling stuff goes, because I do kind of let it go all day and night, and then I'll turn my PS4 off for a day, because I don't want my PS4 to run for like a week straight. But I do kind of let it do its thing for a decent amount of time, and it really has to in order to get it done. I believe the guy who wrote this guide said, yeah, I mean, he estimated 380 hours. I wouldn't say it's that long, but it is a little bit of a monster of a game. But I have been, you know, AFK in that and really haven't earned any trophies. But when I start earning trophies in that again, I'm going to be close to level 30, and then we'll try to, you know, finish it up. So anyway, that's what I've been playing this week. Again, I think it has been quite a successful week in comparison to other days that I've been, or other weeks that I've been playing games, mainly because I was really just, you know, playing Marvel's Avengers. But yeah, I think I've made some good progress in some things, and I've really been working towards, I would say, bigger grinds. So I haven't earned too many trophies, but I have made good progress in some big grinds of games. So anyway, what do I plan on playing in the next week? What are my upcoming games for the next week? I'm going to continue to work on Grid Autosport. That is going to be a priority kind of off stream, along with CarX Drift Racing. Those are going to be two games that I'm probably going to be doing hand in hand off stream. I do want to finish up Watch Dogs and get that done. I do also want to go back and finish up Dark Awake when Waves is available. We need to finish up, I believe it's this trophy, Silver, which is to just do 100 ranked, or win 100 ranked matches. So working towards that, and then I'll be able to finish up that and get that game done. And then I believe we're going to try to finish up RE6 soon, and then we'll kind of go from there. And then there's a few other games, and then I'm planning on playing a few games with Brian and getting done with that. So that's kind of my goal for the next for the upcoming week. There's a few games that I want to play on stream. So the games that are going to be coming on stream, if you haven't followed, go ahead and follow me on Twitch. But the first one is going to be a game called Tannenberg, which is a World War I style game. So we'll be playing that on stream. I'm not sure how good that's going to go. And then I will also be playing these two games. We will be playing Behind Enemy Lines Remastered and Behind Enemy Lines 2, both on the PS4. I believe all you have to do is just beat the game for both of these. So we'll be playing both of those games. And then the other one I think is called Bloody Waves. So we'll be doing this on stream as well, which should be interesting. So yeah, we'll be playing all of those on stream. And then people have been asking what's going on with the rotation, the games rotation, the Hitman and Star Wars. Those will be coming back. These few games kind of came out of nowhere for the stream just because they were on sale. So I'll be doing those on stream. They shouldn't take too long. And then we'll be getting back into the Hitman Star Wars rotation. And then after we do another rotation of Hitman and Star Wars, which is just going to be 2 more games, I'll be getting into another kind of pooper game. And that shall be interesting. So that's kind of what I plan on playing in the next upcoming week, or I should say weeks. So keep an eye out for all of that stuff. And again, if you haven't followed me on Twitch, go ahead and follow me. There's a link for that down in the description below. So there were not any topics that anyone had mentioned on the last Trophy Talk other than people saying that they enjoyed the video and all of that. So I do appreciate that. But if you guys do have any topics that you want me to discuss, you can leave them in the comments below of this video, and I'll talk about them next week. Now, I don't really have any topics to discuss other than one thing that I'm kind of very irritated about. And I'm sure you guys already know what that one thing is, but I am super irritated about the unofficial announcement that has come out that Sony will be shutting down the PlayStation 3, PlayStation PSP, and the PS Vita stores. The PS3 and PSP are to shut down in July, I think, and the Vita is in August. Now, I'm a little frustrated because I do really enjoy the PS3. And this scares me because if the store is shut down, is everyone going to lose the content that they have on their store? Any digital content that they have bought, are they going to lose it? Because if that's the case, and this goes for either one of the three, but I'm mainly talking about the PS3. By the way, before I get into this little thing, why is the PSP store even up? Like, who the hell is even... At least there's people still playing PS3s. Like, who the hell is even playing a PSP? Like, that's the shit that I'm confused about. Like, you're worried about shutting down the PSP and the PS3 store at the same time. Who the fuck is even playing the PSP? I still know people that play PS3s. There's a bunch of people that still play PS3s. So, like, I don't understand why the store is going down. But anyway, that's besides the point. And same thing with, like, the Vita. Like, there's still people... There's diehard Vita fans. They're just cutting that shit off. But anyway... What I'm irritated about, and we don't know what'll happen because we don't have the official announcement yet, is that if content will not be accessible that you bought. And this is going to prove a huge flaw in buying games digitally from here on out. Now, I'm not really sure why they're shutting the store down, okay? I look at like Microsoft and what's going on with like the 360. Like, there's games on the 360 that the servers are still up that are like God knows how old. Like, Microsoft is like, they're legit, like when it comes to like their online services, I think that they're phenomenal compared to Sony. And I'm kind of irritated that Sony's just like cutting the PS3. Like the PS5 comes out like a few months ago, right? Like what, 5 months ago or something. And Sony like is literally like, yeah, PS3, cut that shit off. We don't, it's almost like they don't want to own, they're trying to like disown the PS3. And it's like, dude, it's part of your past. Like, you should literally try to keep the service up and the support as long as you can. Like, and we kind of already saw this coming because a few months ago, they restructured the PlayStation store for the web browser and everything, and they took the whole PS3 section out of the store. So we kind of already saw this coming, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. I just hope that the content that you buy or the content that you own will still be accessible. Because again, this is going to prove a huge flaw in buying things digitally. People aren't going to want to buy things digitally if you lose it when the services are shut down. I mean, you're better off just flushing your money down the toilet, because you're not going to be able to access what you've bought, which is complete horseshit. Sony made their money off of you, and they said, we don't care, we're shutting it down. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of how that works. I'm planning on buying all of the DLC that I can buy, and I'm going to download everything. I'm going to preload like everything onto my PS3 so that I have all the DLC and everything that I need before that happens. That's the goal of mine. But I just still can't believe it. I really cannot believe it. And I don't understand why it can't be a fully integrated store. Like the fact that, you know, I get wanting to redesign the store, okay? I get it. A new console comes out. You want to redesign it, make it look better, make it run better, make it run smoother. I get all that. I get all that, right? But why can this not be something that's incorporated between all the consoles? Why does one have to be excluded? When they updated the store, they nixed the PS3 and all PS3 content from the store. You can't even, if you go on the web browser for the PlayStation Store, they don't even show PS3 things. So like, how are you like, they're just like cutting it off. I don't understand why it can't be a fully incorporated store. It's not like it's going to cost them more money to keep content on their store. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you want to keep things on there that are going to generate money for you? Obviously, if there's licensing things, I get it, right? That's why a lot of like racing games and racing DLCs get delisted, right? That's why like the Dirt 3 DLC got delisted. That's why stuff gets delisted, because when the licensing agreements run out for things where you're licensing like an IP that already exists, like a car brand or anything like that, and that licensing agreement is voided because typically they only pay for so many years, then you have to delist it. That makes sense, right? But like, they're just cutting everything. Like even original IPs that companies own is like, see ya, not on the store anymore. I just don't get it, man. I truly don't get it. It's almost like Sony just wants to cut all of their shit for who knows, for what because a majority of their player base isn't on the PS3. And this was one of the things that I was worried about when it came to this generation, when it came to the PS3 and 360 generation, when things were online and all of that, was like, how is it going to work when things get to the end of their life cycle? Are they going to keep it and maintain it because, you know, and it's going to have less maintenance because the player base is so small, and at least they can merge the servers somehow and keep things going? Or are we just going to nix it and move on to the next one? I don't like the whole nixing. Like, there has to be a way to incorporate them together. There has to be a viable solution to incorporate things together and not segment like what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, and I hope that this isn't phase one of destroying the PS3 and burying it into the ground, because, well, it is. The next step would be Sony saying, yeah, we're discontinuing PlayStation Network support to the PS3. Like, at least now it's the store, okay? Whatever. They want to discontinue the store. I don't fucking understand it, but sure. I don't know why you can't spend a few months doing some R&D and figuring out how to incorporate everything together, but I guess that's just a little bit too much work, so we can't do that. But if they come out and say, yeah, we're going to discontinue PlayStation Network support from the PS3, like, that's when I'm going to be a little bit confused. Like, how are your services not fully incorporated with each other? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Because the thing with the PlayStation Store is, when you had the PS3 games on the PlayStation Store, right? When you had the PS3 content on the PlayStation Store, when you bought something on the PS3, you could click download to console and it would download it to your console. How's that going to work? I mean, if I go to my account and I have a PS3 game on my account and I say download to my primary console, am I going to be able to do it that way? That's where I'm a little confused. That's where I'm confused, and this is all unofficial. This is all an unofficial announcement. So hopefully when an official announcement comes out, they'll iron some of this stuff out. But I can't see it working out good for them if they say that when the store is discontinued, you're going to lose all your content. That is going to change things in the future. Like, that's going to change from now on to the future. You've literally just ruined the idea of people buying things digitally. You've literally ruined the idea. Because if anyone with a brain sees that they can just shut this, they can terminate the services whenever they want to. Doesn't matter. They'll terminate them. Doesn't matter. Then, see ya. We can just terminate it, take all the shit that you've bought, take the money, and run, basically. That's basically what they'll do. And I know what people are saying. Well, it's been 15 years. Not many people play on the PS3. You know, it doesn't have a higher player base. It doesn't really matter. There still are people that are playing it, okay? And there has to be a way to incorporate the services together. There has to be a way. This can't be rocket science, okay? This can't be rocket science. I mean, maybe it is with Sony. Don't get me wrong, because how long did it take them to incorporate name changes into their shit? Because apparently, behind the scenes, they tied... The way that they tied your shit together was, you know, instead of giving you a unique ID that was tied to your email or just a unique ID in general, they tied it to the name that you created. So I don't know, maybe we aren't working with the smartest people when it comes to the way that they're structuring things behind the scenes, but there's gotta be a way, man. There has to be a way. And I don't know if, you know, people speak up about it and enough people speak up about it that it'll be something that they could change in the future. I'm not sure, but I honestly think it's complete horseshit. It's complete horseshit. And it's a slap in the face to people who are A, still playing those consoles, B, can't even afford new consoles. Like, there's a shortage. There's obviously a shortage of PS5s, right? There was a shortage, and I'm pretty sure there's still a shortage of PS4s. You can't even get a PS4 Pro. You have to get a PS4 Slim if you can find one for a decent price. You know, I'm not saying people are out here playing the PS3 like day in and day out. There definitely are people that are doing it because it's all they can afford. But it's just, it seems like such a slap in the face to like Sony's own product and their own player base and their own supporters. It's just such a slap in the face. And I get it. They don't make new PS3 games. They're not doing, they put updates out on the PS3 still. How are you going to put updates out on a console and then literally, you know, 3 months later say, we're going to shut the store down? What? You're obviously still supporting it. You're putting time into putting updates out for the console. So you're going to tell me you're just going to cut the support out for the store because it doesn't make sense? I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. I really hope that someone has a come-to moment at Sony or PlayStation and they say, wow, that really isn't a good idea. We can incorporate these together. Or people speak out about it, because I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. And that's my rant of the PS3, the PSP, and the PS Vita store being shut down all the summer. The fact that, again, the PSP store is getting shut down at the same time as the PS3, which is getting shut down a month before the PS Vita, just doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense. So, and whatever. It's been 15 years. People don't play it. Whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't care about any of that. You pay for a service. You're paying for a service. It should stay there. I mean, the amount of money that Sony is making off of just PlayStation Plus is ridiculous. You can't tell me that they can't allot a little bit of chump change over to the PS3 or a little bit of money to incorporate them together. Just saying. But again, we are dealing with Sony again, who didn't even know how to incorporate name changes until like a few years ago, when Microsoft had been doing it since day one. When I can log into Steam and do it, I can change my name an infinite amount of time on Steam. I can go into Discord and change my nickname on Discord. You know, every other service has figured it out, and Sony just sat there like, this is how do we incorporate this? I don't know how to incorporate this. It does make me laugh sometimes. So I do think that there definitely is some things going on there sometimes with, you know, not thinking fully through things, but you know, it is what it is, and they're gonna do what they want to do, and we're gonna have to deal with it, you know. If you want to keep playing on Sony and PlayStation consoles, you're gonna have to You're going to have to deal with it, I guess. But anyway, that's going to end my little rant, and that is also going to end this week of the Trophy Talk. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down in the comments below. Again, leave any topics or things that you want me to discuss in future Trophy Talks. I will field them and definitely discuss them in upcoming episodes. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff: my Twitter, my Twitch, the podcast, the Discord server. I was gonna say channel, but the Discord server. You can also find a link to the website Rep Sports, which is what I use to really drink or get energy while I'm playing games. I get all my energy drinks through there. So if you want to go check any of that out, you can. If you do buy stuff from Rep Sports, you can use coupon code SNICKLE at checkout. Get yourself 15% off whatever you order. But again, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this. And I hope to see you all around sometime soon.